What's going on, everyone? My name is Under the Radar and welcome back to the BBL. This is going to be the week 1 team builder and we are going up against Josh, aka Ultra Player. I was about to say 2420. I was about to like combine him and Aaron. So week 1 we are facing somebody who has an absolute terrible matchup versus us, and when I say terrible matchup, I mean this is probably one of the worst matchups I've ever seen anybody have versus me. It's bad. Like, he only has one check to Mega Mewtwo X, and that is his Uxie. If his Uxie goes down, he loses to it. He doesn't have that good of a bulky backbone to be able to take hits from it. He doesn't have that good of a Mega to be able to take hits from much of anything. And his bulk that relies mainly on living hits and setting up wishes and being really annoying is unable to do so because I do have access to low kick and ice beam on just my Mega Mewtwo X to be able to break through his Licky and his Gligar and his Regirock all combined. I could even run a flamethrower for his Scizor. So this matchup is absolutely terrible for him against Mega Mewtwo X. On top of that, he has a really poor matchup against a bunch of other Pokemon. The main one that comes to mind in my opinion is Gliscor. If I'm able to like just kill the Greninja, my Gliscor doesn't die versus him literally ever, especially if I run the correct EV spread or if I just run enough bulk to do like certain things. It just doesn't die. Vaporeon also has a phenomenal matchup. It pretty much 1v1s his Greninja almost all the time. He would need to have some really good hacks to be able to beat down my Vaporeon with his Greninja. So let's just go ahead and hop right into the team builder. I'm super excited for this game. So we have Mega Mewtwo X, Poison Jab, Low Kick, Ice Beams, and Headbutt. Jolly enough speed for, I believe, Manectric. Sounds about right. No, that is Greninja before he is Ash Greninja. So I outspeed that guaranteed. And I have max attack. I could run just enough attack investment to do certain things. However, if he's fully Fizz Def Scizor as a backup check with Roost, SD, Bullet Punch, Bug Bite to be able to set up on me, or even if he's Curse Scizor, I wanted to make sure that my low kick did about 50% to Fizz Def Scizor, so I just ran max attack. And then I threw the rest in HP. Pretty standard set, however, it does a lot of damage versus him. It pretty much forces him to bring Scarf Xerneas as a revenge killer. Aside from that, he can't outspeed this thing, aside from Ash Gren, but I'm gonna try my hardest not to let him like get the Ash form. And then I also have really good ways of just breaking through everything with this Pokemon. Next up, we have Spadef Vaporeon. This Spadef Vaporeon, it literally beats his Ash Gren. I have enough defense investment, I believe it's to be able to live a +4 adamant max attack bullet punch from Scizor. It might be +6, I can't remember, to ensure that I can at least get a Scald off on it. I have Signal Beam to be able to hit the Ash Gren, and then Wish Protect. This Pokemon just does really well versus him. His main offense is special, and then he has 2 physical mons. Realistically, I mean, I guess Mega Bombasnow could be special or physical, it could be mixed, but realistically he has Scizor and Mienshao for physical offense, that is. So I really don't need a lot of physical bulk on my end to be able to beat through things. Scarf Mienshao 2 shots the entirety of my team anyway, or I'm sorry, Banded Mienshao 2 shots the majority of my team anyway. If he's Scarfed, he can 2-shot a lot of my Pokemon anyway, so I couldn't really EV to beat it. So unfortunately, Mienshao is just going to get a kill every single time it comes in. Scizor, I'm expecting a really fat Scizor. It helps wall my Mega Mewtwo X, so because of that, Scald is going to be super important to be able to burn it and weaken it a lot. And as I said, Signal Beam is there pretty much exclusively for Greninja. It also does help out with the Uxie switch in if I already have it toxic or something like that, but pretty much exclusively for the Greninja. Now, I had to bring Mawile. It's Josh's favorite Pokemon, so I had to bring it. And on top of that, it is my best Xerneas check. I'm never 2-shot by Specs Moonblast. I'm never 3-shot by Fat Xerneas. Timid Xerneas, it's a roll to 3-shot me. With Stealth Rocks, Ironhead, Playrough, and Firefang, I can do a lot of damage versus his entire team just with coverage alone. Stealth Rock ensures that things like Yuxi are getting chipped down reliably. It means that his Mega Abomasnow isn't going to be coming in at full, and if he decides to bring a really good Bolt turn team, like let's say he decides to bring Xerneas plus Greninja, Scizor, Mienshao, Yuxi, and Gligar. Right, all 6 on the left hand side. He could in theory Volt turn around me all he wants, and I can't stop it. It's super annoying and I can't stop it. So because of that, I wanted something that could be a wall to tank hits and also be able to dish some out on his walls, and this Pokemon does just that. Super happy with this. I needed Max Spadev to be able to live the 2 Spec-Spin Blasts. I wanted to run a little bit of defense investment, but I literally could not. With the Intimidate, I do live an Adamant Choice Banded Reckless high jump kick, but only 1, so it is what it is. Next up, we have fully Spadef Gliscor. I'm not too shot by Choice Scarfed Mienshao's high jump kick as it is. If he's Reckless, of course. If he's anything other than Choice Scarfed, I can outspeed him. I can outspeed it with my Mega Mewtwo X, and I can kill it. So I'm not really worried about that. That's why I'm focusing mainly on Scarfed Mienshao. And then I'm Spadef to be able to take on things like his special mons as well as I can. I tank 2 Moonblasts from modest no boosting Xerneas, and I can roost up on it. I can Earthquake it to ensure that it never sub Calm Minds up on me for free. And I just have Toxic to be able to wear things down pretty easily. It's a really good wall versus him. I also wanted Max Spadef because it allows me to live 2 Life Orbed, Naive, Max Special Attack, Hidden Power Ices from Mienshao. If you weren't around in Gen 5, you wouldn't really understand why that's important, but in Gen 5, Mienshao was like really good because it was a really good wall breaker and it ran Hidden Power Ice for Landorus. So super good Pokemon. And it just walls the vast majority of his team. And if I can get a Toxic off on the Yuxi, my Mega Mewtwo X just wins. Once I weaken that, everything just dies to it unless he has a Scarfer that can outspeed it. So that's why I have Toxic on this, and I have Toxic on my Noivern. So this Noivern is probably the most like out there set, which isn't even really that out there. I have enough speed for Manectric. I have enough special attack to ensure that I two-shot? No, I have enough special attack to make sure I OHKO max HP Scizor. I also have enough special attack investment to ensure that I 4-hit KO Fizdef Gliscor, and I also have enough bulk to be able to tank Adamant Choice Banded Bullet Punch from Scizor from a decent amount of health and just kill it with a flamethrower. So that's what all that bulk is for. I wanted as much bulk as I possibly could have in this Pokemon. And then I have Taunt plus Toxic to be able to wear down certain things, mainly the Yuxi. This Pokemon is going to be my main Yuxi wear down Pokemon. If I'm able to use this to wear down Yuxi, it will be weakened heavily. So, and that's all I need for my Mega Mewtwo X. So really good check. I wish I could taunt Toxic down the Gligar, but I know I can't because it gets immunity, and I can't taunt the Licky because it gets Oblivious. So if he brings those 2, this thing doesn't really do a whole lot to either one of them, but it can do a decent amount in terms of being able to Toxic the Licky and taunt the Gligar to be able to weaken them for everything else on my team. But I really don't think Licky's coming. It just dies to Mega Mewtwo X. Last up, we have my Alolan Muck. Adamant, 84 attack investment. I had Gunk Shot on this thing, and I switched it off last minute before the game. Gunk Shot with the 84 investment guaranteed does like, it's like 88%. I think it guaranteed kills no invested Xerneas. If he's bringing Xerneas, he's going to have some bulk investment. Xerneas is either going to be a fat Calm Mind ingrained set, or which I don't really see coming because I have a Ditto. There's no way he would bring Calm Mind, Ingrain, Moonblast, Focus Blast. Like, he has to have those, like, he has to have Focus Blast. And I have a Ditto, so he wouldn't do that. So I'm not really expecting that. So he's gonna have some sort of bulk investment, or he's gonna be Scarfed. Either way, the poison jab damage is all I need because I can tank 2 Moonblasts after the Figgy Berry and I can recycle it off. So really good Pokemon at dealing with a bunch of his special mons, and it also does really good at just breaking down his big Pokemon that are threats. For example, the Scizor, Mienshao doesn't want to switch in, and Uxie doesn't want to take knockoffs, and Gligar does not want to get knocked off at all. So I think this matchup is really heavily in my favor. His bottom 5 Mons do practically nothing to me at all, so I don't really see any of them coming. Maybe Dragalge, because if he's Specs, he can just get a kill, but if I bring in Mawile, he just doesn't. It's a hard wall to it if it like tries to spam its dual stab, which is what it's good at with adaptability, so don't really see that coming. However, if he has a plan of winning with Choice Scarf Xerneas and brings like Choice Specs Focus Blast or Choice Specs Hidden Power Fire Dragalge to wear it down early on, that would be a good bring. But I don't really see that happening. I see his front 6, possibly the Dragalge, and yeah, that is the team that I'm bringing, guys. I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, please make sure to leave a like down below for me. It helps me out a lot. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.